All right, guys, we are officially live once again for another video. Let me post this up real quick on my socials just to get some more people in here. Let me take a picture of myself right now so we're live. But I hope everyone who's in here is having a good day today, man. Excited to do another live stream. We're trying to get cranking on this every single day. Here we go. Let me put this on here. Give me 1 second, guys, and then we'll be ready to rock on here. I'm probably going to cut this out for the people who rewatch it. All right, it's loading. I might need to get on the Wi-Fi. There we go. All right, let me blast this real quick on Twitter. All right, perfect. We are ready to go this morning, guys. Everybody hit that follow button. If you haven't hit it already, hit the like button as well. If you want to get all my plays every single day, I post them all on SoBet. All you have to do is go to my Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Everything's TP3 Bets. Hit the follow button on all those. Click that link in my bio to get all my plays. But we are live now. It's time to come on here, guys, talk about the plays. If you can, please like the video. Please hit like the emoji button or whatever. Do like this stuff. It just helps with the engagement, get more people in here and whatnot. Drop whatever plays are looking at in the chats. First, let's talk about how we did yesterday. Appreciate you coming in here, Christian. Yesterday, guys, not honestly my best day. I mean, look, we had a little bit of bad luck with the Royals. Royals had more hits than Tampa Bay, more base runners. They just couldn't do anything with them. That's how it goes sometimes in baseball. The Giants game as well should have hit the over in that game, but it ended up going down. The only play really had no chance ever was the Yankees game. And then Minnesota first half. Look, I told y'all that they were going to crumble down the stretch of the game. Dallas is going to win. We should have just took fucking Dallas, but for whatever reason, I liked that angle. Yeah, no, the Mavs was definitely the right play yesterday for sure. I knew the Wolves weren't going to win that game. I should have just took the Mavs. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know what I was thinking, but anyway, I still feel like though that taking the Wolves first half was the right play in that game yesterday. They really didn't come out till that third quarter. Like I knew they weren't going to win that game, but I knew they were at least going to put up a good fight. They did put up a good fight. Anthony Edwards played a lot better game yesterday. I thought Carl Anthony Towns was horrible. At one point, he was 0 for 7. He was just jacking up threes. When he actually started going to the rack, it opened Minnesota's offense up a little bit more. I noticed too for a while when they were playing better, they benched Gobert, and then for whatever reason, they brought Gobert back in the game. I don't know why they brought him back in the game down the stretch, but I don't think it would have mattered what happened. Also, too, I think if Derek Lively didn't get hurt, Dallas probably would have won that game with a little bit more margin. Like I thought Dallas played better in the Lively minutes most of the series, but I will say, man, Gafford stepped up down the stretch. Like that alley-oop Luka threw him was insane. I mean, he went up to rafters to catch and throw that thing down. Like that was an insane game, honestly. Luka is just so good at the end of these games. Like I hate to be that guy who, like it just talks up one player just because I like him or whatnot. But I mean, when you watch Luka at the end of these games, this is the type of stuff you see when we watch the all-time great players play. Like at the end of the game, he just gets better and he puts the game away. And that's not the kind of guy you want to bet against in a higher leverage game. Like you might be able to play with him for a while, but at some point down the stretch, at the end of the game, he's going to do what great players do and pull a game, win the game. And that's exactly what he did last night. I could still see maybe Minnesota winning one game. Same thing tonight. We're about to talk about tonight's game, so let's get into it. I mean, that was a great game last night. It's been a great series. Crazy thing is they're up 3-0, and every single game has been like down to the end of the game, which is wild, but just the way it goes. I'm shocked we're not seeing the extender Scott Foster in this game tonight. We'll probably see him tomorrow. Hey, we got my boy Big Hit Mark in here, guys. Mark's over on SoBet. Mark, how's this tennis tournament treating you? I know this is a huge tournament right now for tennis. Guys, if y'all want to get tennis plays, all you have to do is click that link in my bio for SoBet. Use my promo code TP3 or his code Big Hit. You get my plays and Big Hit Marks. I don't know a damn thing about tennis. I just know Big Hit Mark knows how to cash in when it comes to betting on tennis. But anyway, though, guys, let's talk about tonight's game. You're right. Kyrie's undefeated in closeout games, so we definitely are not taking me. Yeah, y'all are 100% right. I forgot about that. Kyrie's undefeated in closeout games. See, I haven't even capped tomorrow's game yet. Let's talk about tonight's game. I'm shocked we're not seeing the extender in this game here. I guess the NBA is just kind of giving up on this series altogether. But I'm not going to give up here on the Pacers. I'm going to take the Pacers for a unit right now. I might circle back and take them for 2 units or take the over, possibly the Pacers team total here. I mean, when I really looked into the game and how the last game went, First of all, it looks like the Celtics really tried to clamp down on Siakam and not let him play. I mean, he still shot 50% from the field, but it looks like they really like try to get the ball out of his hands and keep him from being the primary guy. Obviously, Nimhard's probably not going to score 30 points again here. But let's think about this, guys. The Pacers played a good bit of games without Halliburton in the lineup, and they still won a lot of those games and played pretty well. TJ McConnell could start on over half the teams in the NBA. I would say TJ McConnell is probably like the 17th or 18th best point guard in the NBA. This guy is not a bum. He's a solid player. On top of the fact you got TJ McConnell, I think the Pacers can shoot better from three. They were 5 for 22 from three-point range. They were a top 5 offense in the NBA this season. They were the #1 home offense in the league, and they were one of the best three-point shooting offenses as well. I think their three-point shooting is due to trend up. Also, too, like Jason Tatum shot 5 for 8 from three. Before going into this game, he had gone under his three-point prop in 11 out of 22 games. 11 out of 12 playoff games. He had been under his three-point prop. I really think the Pacers are live in this game. 8 points here is disrespectful. I mean, the spread was 9 when we were in Boston, 8.5, 9, and Pacers could be up 2-1 in this series. They blew both those games, and I think that, I mean, look, I was on Boston in game 2. I didn't feel good about covering that game until Rick Carlisle called off the Dogs. Like, he called him off way too early. It was like a 10-point game with like 10 minutes to go, and he took him out. So I don't really know what Rick Carlisle was thinking there. I think I might just froze for a second, but I don't know why he went ahead and took him out. So I think Indiana can probably win this game tonight. I'll take the 8 points, so just to be safe. The thing that's weird about this game is the total is only 220. Is 222 and a half. Last game was 221, and they've gone over in every single game of this series. Same thing in the Dallas series. That doesn't really matter to me. I feel like I might be missing something here because I don't know if the pace did slow down in the fourth quarter, but I mean the fact that Indiana only hit 5 3-pointers makes me think this game can definitely go over. Their team total is only 107.5. They've scored over 110 points in every single home game they've had in the playoffs. I might just go the Indiana team total route for my second play here in this game, but I'm thinking it's either the over or the Indiana team total. I mean, this number just feels disrespectful. It feels like they're saying, oh, it's a big playoff game, so the total should be lower. I talked about it in game 1 when we took the over. In game 1, when we took the over, the average total when these teams played was 238.6 or something like that. And these teams scored basically 240 plus in all but one game, and they went over 220 in all but one game. And that's because Indiana was on a back-to-back, and Boston was beating them by 30 going into the fourth quarter. So Boston called the Dogs off and scored like 14 points in the fourth quarter. Boston didn't call the Dogs off in the second half of that game. They probably would have ended up scoring a total of they probably would have scored 240 again. Boston probably put up a $140, $130 themselves in that game. They had like 100 points going in the fourth quarter, and they scored like 14, 15 points in the fourth. I think they scored 18 points in the fourth. But anyway, I think Indiana's offense can play in this game. I think that they're not getting the respect they deserve in this game. I think the Pacers can hang around. So I'll take the Pacers gladly plus 8 points. It's only a 1-unit play for me right now. Might end up upgrading it for another unit, or I might pivot to like a total play in this game. I feel like the total's got to be the play here. This number's still disrespectful. They should be putting this line at 230. Like it should, if they want this game to try to go under the total, it should be like 227.5. But there's always those contrarian people. Like last night, the real sharp play was to take the under in that Dallas game. And I mean, that thing got cooked. I think they hit it with like 5 minutes to go. The Wolves read was there. Yeah, no, I'm with you, Greek. Like I thought the Wolves first half was definitely the play, and staying away from, like I said on the stream yesterday, we want to stay away from the full game yesterday. I really felt like they were going to get cooked by Luka and Kyrie down the stretch. Exactly what happened. So the play is definitely we're going to take the Indiana Pacers plus the 8 points tonight. This game will be down to the wire. I think Boston will probably play well in the clutch minutes like they did last game. I mean, also this too, guys. This is the last thing I'm going to say on this game. Let me know if y'all want me to talk about any props or anything like that in this game tonight. I think that like the way to play against the Pacers is you can't try to D them up out the stretch. You just got to run and gun with them for the first 3 quarters. Then when it comes to, because like the way they play offense, this team are relentless. Like they have a bunch of guys on the floor who can move the ball, shoot the 3-pointer. Like they have a really versatile offense. And I think you just got to run and gun with them through the first 3 quarters. And then when you get to the fourth quarter, that's when you are like, all right, let's go hard as hell on defense here and just be physical with these guys and D them up in the fourth. And that's exactly what Boston did last game. And honestly, that was I don't know if that was the game plan or not, but the way they played that game and the way it played out was such a good call by Missoula. I got to give him credit for that one, man. I love the way Boston D them up. So that's what I'm thinking on that game. Guys, if y'all can, please hit that like button for me and hit like emojis and shit just for engagement and stuff. It helps me out, get more people to flow in here. We're trying to grow this page. Jason Tatum, I don't know, man. Like Jason Tatum, been so bad shooting a three-point ball. I feel like him and Brown switch off between him as the big game. I think Drew Holiday is the guy to hit in this game. Like, I think Drew Holiday is going to have another big game again. I just don't think Indiana matches up on Holiday at all. So that's the way I see this game. But it should be another good game tonight, guys. I can't wait to watch this one again. It's going to be a fun game. I think we'll probably end up playing the over as well. But right now, my free play in this game is we're taking the Indiana Pacers plus the 8 points. We're about to talk. Trust me, guys. We're about to talk about some baseball right here. I'm going to give y'all 2 free plays in the MLB. So I have 4 plays today in the MLB on my SoBet. Like I said, if you go to my Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at TP3Bets, all you have to do is click the link in my bio. It's 30 cents a day to get all my plays, $9.95 a month. Cheaper than Netflix. You're going to get them all and get probably more entertainment value as well than you're getting from Netflix. But let's talk about these baseball games. I honestly have probably, I think, the best angle I've ever had in my entire life when it comes to capping MLB today. I'm not just saying that to keep people in here. So, first of all, first games of the day here, we have the Nationals and the Braves. Obviously, this game's not on until 4. I'm living in Atlanta, guys. It's really rainy here right now. Looks like the rain's going to slow down. If Atlanta has a hangover from Acuna getting hurt, it'll show today. So, look. I want to say this, first of all, guys, as a Braves fan. I mean, I'm obviously depressed that Acuna's hurt. It really sucks that he's down. He's out for the season, team leader, best player on the team, reigning NL MVP. But think about what happened last time, guys. We've lost Strider and Acuna now. The Braves cannot catch a break right now. But last time he went out, it was kind of the same thing. All the Braves fans are like, well, damn, our streak of winning the division is probably over with, because the Phillies were winning that division all season long, and then they blew it at the end. Kind of feels similar to this year. Look, I'm trying to put a positive spin on it here. Last night was a dark night for sure, but I think the team's going to rally together. I think the Braves are going to come together around this Acuna injury. I think that Alex Anthopoulos is not done making moves with this team yet. If anything, this is going to be the motivating factor for him to make more moves with this team. And remember, guys, last time he went down, I think it's Matt Olson's turn to take a lead of this team. I think him and Ozzie have a good grip on this clubhouse. I mean, Fried's been here for a while. The Braves have leaders besides Acuna. And he may not even be the team leader because, the guy doesn't really speak good English. But I think this team's going to come together, and I think we're going to go out and acquire somebody else. So I haven't done much research on who I think we should acquire, but I was looking. Taylor Ward's up for arbitration after the season's over. I highly doubt the Angels want to pay more players after the contracts they've handed out to all these busts. Maybe Taylor Ward could be the guy to bring in. But anyway, let's get back on track here. The pick in this game today, look, Atlanta's not hitting that well, but their offense did wake up last game. They're up to 15th in batting average right now. Let me check out the wind. Is the wind blowing in or out in this game? I think this game could go over the total, though. I feel like it's going to be hot and humid. Like, I'm not even kidding y'all. I woke up this morning and there was heavy thunderstorms. It was dumping rain in Atlanta. I think it could be hot and humid day to day in Atlanta. It's going to heat up. It was hot yesterday. It's going to heat up here in a little bit. I think this game could go over the total. Not going to play this game, though. I'm going to watch it for sure. But I think this team rallies, man. I think last night, was a dark night. But I think today they're going to have a team meeting, call the boys together, and get things popping again. That's what you got to do. It's a long season. There's plenty of baseball left. We can still catch these Phillies who play the weakest schedule in the MLB thus far. Next game up here is the Red Sox and the Orioles. Let's take a look at this one. Baltimore's not been hitting well over the last month. They're still sitting down here at 21st. Boston is 13th in batting average, so Boston's hitting the ball a little bit better right now. Runs-wise, Boston's sitting at 10th. Baltimore is at – where are we at on here, Baltimore? I know y'all ain't scoring runs like that. No, they're 8th in runs scored. Cole Irvin's had good stuff, though, so far this season. I would lean Baltimore to win this game, and this is not really the kind of game I'm interested in playing. My numbers would suggest there's a little bit of value on Boston in this game, but, I think Baltimore is arguably the best team in baseball. I can't say they're better than the Yankees after the way the Yankees have been playing, but Baltimore would be my look in this game, but there's no value there. I'm taking a minus 155 favorite. The Royals and the Twins, I do have a play on this game on SoBet. I think this game, though, can go over the total for sure. The Royals are raking right now. The Twins' offense hasn't been great. We'll see how good Alec Marsh really is. He's faced some pretty weak offenses. He spent some time on the IL. I think they can go over the total here in this game today. Like I said, I do have a play over on my SoBet in this game today that I like a lot on the side to win this game. But I could definitely see both these offenses hitting the baseball well today, and I could see this game going over the total. The Blue Jays and the White Sox. So My numbers call for a Blue Jays play here. They scored 46 runs. That's the second most in the MLB in their last 8 games. Batting average wise, Toronto's batting third, but I saw the most insane stat I've seen of the day today. Here's the stat of the day, guys. Let's go to the stats on here. So this was wild. I mean, trends aren't everything, but I mean, when I see something like this, it really scares me away from a play. All right, here we go. So basically, the Blue Jays are 0-14 in May when facing teams with a win percentage of less than 565 this season, who started allowed 5 or more runs in his last start, and they're not a favorite of over 250. So basically, this is a horrible team with a horrible starting pitcher on the mound, and they're a short favorite. The average line in these games is minus 143, and obviously they're 0-14, so they're minus 21.29 units. They're losing these games by an average margin of 3 runs. I'm not taking the White Sox in this game. I'm not going to buck my numbers here, but my numbers do suggest for a strong play on the Blue Jays. But that trend right there is enough to keep me off. I mean, they're 0-14 in spots like they are in today. This is Estrani, dude. I don't know much about him. I know he's a Dodgers prospect. The White Sox got Bassett is really bad on the road and all over the place. Maybe the over is the play. It looks like there's going to be some rain in this game. Maybe the start time will get bumped back, is what I've been reading as well. But also, too, there's 14-mile-per-hour wind blowing out here. This could be a home run variance game. I'll stay as far away from this game as – yeah, Bassett's awful on the road, Greek, Montana. I think he's going to get smoked in this game, man. I really do. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll pin that comment right there. Anyway, next game up here on the slate. Let's keep it rolling. We got the Cubbies and the Brew Crew here. I got a play in this game. I know someone asked about it earlier. So first of all, guys, the Cubs have the worst offense in the MLB. Them and Tampa Bay are both hitting below 200 in their last 8 games. Home runs wise, the Cubs hit a couple home runs last game. I was talking on last stream about how they hit 0 home runs in the last 8 days. Well, they hit 2 yesterday finally. Scored a whopping 17 runs in their last 8 games. That's an MLB worst, and they scored 7 of those in Saturday's game. Cubs used their entire bullpen in their last 2 games, and their bullpen sucks. They have one of the worst bullpens in all of baseball. I think the Cubs are going to get smoked in this game today. So let's talk about the other angle here I love in this game. First of all, the Brewers are the second best daytime team in all of the MLB, and they have the second best offense. I think they might be first record-wise. I'll double-check that later. But anyway, this is the angle here. This is one of the best angles I have in a baseball game in a long time. So when you play on Sunday Night Baseball and then you have to travel, you're automatically at a traveling disadvantage because everybody in baseball plays day games. So typically in baseball, if you're going on the road your next game, 90% of the time in regular season, you're going to play a day game the day before. So you go ahead, you fly out after the game's over, and get to that city that night, and you're not arriving at 4 or 5 a.m., putting you in a tough spot. But not only did they not play a day game yesterday, the game got bumped back because there was literally I think there was a tornado in St. Louis yesterday. I apologize if there was like some big news thing about it. I haven't watched the news yesterday. I didn't watch it yesterday. I went to bed at like 11 o'clock. I was exhausted yesterday. But anyway, there was horrible weather. They started this game basically like after the Mavs game ended. This game ended after midnight Eastern time. Then after that, you have to go talk to the media. You have to hit the showers. Then you have to go to the airport. Then you have to board your plane. Your plane's to take off. You have to land. You have to get off the airport, or you have to get off the plane. Then you have to go to your hotel, get situated, and then go to bed. Y'all know how it is. Whenever you do anything, you don't just walk in and instantly go down and go to sleep. They probably got home, went to bed 4 or 5 a.m., and now you're playing a day game today. That is such a horrible spot. This team's going to be very sorely rested. Their bullpen is not rested. I think the Cubs get smoked in this game today. And that leads me to my second play of this slate. Is we're going to take the Reds money line as well. I did not think I would be betting the Reds as a favorite very many times this season. But first of all, Lodolo is a much better pitcher than Lance Lynn is. And this is the exact same spot because the Cardinals played in this game and now they have to travel as well. Who knows? They might have sent the pitchers ahead of the team, but the rest of the team is going to be zombified in this game. I mean, they literally got no sleep and now they have to play a game today. I'm taking the Reds as well for the exact same reason here. So those are my 2 free plays for you all on the stream for baseball today, the Brewers and the Reds. I have 2 more plays on my SoBet. Guardians and Rockies. I did lean towards the Guardians. The Guardians have been really weird, though. The Guardians basically are just all home run variants. They've hit 8 home runs in their last 8 games, but run-wise, They've scored 40 runs, but batting average, they're not hitting that well. Guardians are down here at 25th in batting average. Walks-wise, they are fifth. So the Guardians just play small ball well. They steal bases. They do hit and runs. They do all the stuff that a lot of these other teams think they're too good to do with all the big-time players. I could only take the Guardians in this game, and honestly, I leaned them pretty heavy, but I liked my angles a little bit more on the other games. The Mets and the Dodgers. The Dodgers' offense is struggling. They just got swept by the Reds yesterday. Shout out Cincinnati for getting that sweep done. The Mets aren't really hitting that well either. They're 18th in batting average. I'm not really the Dodgers are 24th. I'm not a big fan of either of these pitchers here, but I think this game should go under the total, and I could see the Mets winning this game, honestly, as an underdog, but I'll pass on this game. Drew Holiday's president shoot around, even though he's in illness, by the way. We already talked Cardinals, Reds, Phillies, and Giants. I do have a play in this game on so bad. I do lean the Phillies in this game. The Giants' offense is playing well right now, but Blake Snell's horrible. Blake Snell gave up 4 hits, 4 walks, 4 earned runs last game, made it 3 and a third inning after coming back off the injured list. I don't think facing the Phillies, who destroy left-handed pitching, is that great of a spot to get right and bounce back here. So I definitely favor the Phillies in this game as well. Marlins is in Padres. I kind of lean towards the Marlins here. The Padres can't hit left pitching, although both offenses are 6th and 8th the last 8 days in batting average. Maybe the overs in play here. Michael King, though, is either going to get 10 strikeouts in damn near perfect game you, or he's going to get absolutely rocked and give up 25 runs, and there's really no in between for him. So he's just the kind of pitcher that I really don't want to bet on it in general, but I think the over is definitely in play here. And the last game of the day, I almost played this one, is the Astros and the Mariners. I do lean the Astros very heavy in this game. They're 2nd in batting average in the last 8 games. The Mariners are way down the board, like 24th. Framber Valdez, though, has been horrible this season. Astros rocked Bryce Miller the one time they saw him this season. Framber Valdez, though, has just been absolutely awful. Let me pull up his numbers. I actually was going to play this one, and then I looked at Framber's numbers and said I'll pass on that game. Let me pull him up on here. Framber Valdez game log. He just gave up 10 hits and 8 earned runs against the Angels. He did have a good outing against the Athletics. He gave up 2 hits, 2 walks, but he gave up 8 base runners against Detroit. And then Seattle, he faced Seattle on the 4th, and they destroyed him. 9 hits, 5 earned runs, 1 walk, 10 base runners in that game. Robert Valdez has been awful lately. There's no way I want to bet on him. So I'll pass that game altogether by Julian Houston. But that's all we got for today's stream, guys. I appreciate everyone who tuned in on here once again. I will be unbanned from TikTok tomorrow, so I'll be streaming simultaneously on both platforms. I'm sure I'll get banned on TikTok again within like 15 minutes of going live, but whatever. I appreciate everyone who comes in here, guys. We're going to grow this page. We're going to grow this channel. I'm going to work on getting some graphics and stuff up on here when I go live. That's what I'm going to work on later on today. I've been capping games all morning. I wanted to come on here and talk to y'all before I go work out and whatnot. I appreciate you coming in here, Greek Montana 30. Guys, everybody hit that follow button, smash that like button, share this with your friends, get everybody you know, your mom, your sister, your other sister, your brother-in-law to follow this channel. But I appreciate it, guys. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at TP3Bets. I post up all my plays every single day on my show. All you got to do is click the link in bio on there. It's 30 cents a day, but I appreciate y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon.